I worked security at a luxury villa complex, making $3,500 a month. One day I noticed the billionaire residents started frantically stockpiling rice and bottled water. At first I figured it was just another fake rich people trend, or maybe they were bored and wanted to play pretend poor. But then the weather forecast went haywire for a whole week, and temperatures dropped to the lowest in a century. That's when it hit me. They weren't playing games, they were preparing to survive, and I didn't even have a ticket to stay alive. The first thing that tipped me off was Mr. Lee from Villa 3, tech mogul, hit financial freedom by his early 40s. Usually a ghost, never around, but during that time I saw delivery trucks rolling up to his place every single day. Old Wang, my coworker, was in awe. Wang, rich people man, I'll never get it. I just laughed it off, didn't think much of it. Then there's Zhang Ying at Villa 5, an actress who wouldn't even grab her own takeout without an assistant. Suddenly she's out there personally directing workers to haul stuff into her basement. I drove by on patrol and caught a glimpse of the invoice. Medical alcohol, gauze, antibiotics, iodine. Enough to open a freaking clinic. Things were getting weird, but what really made my stomach drop was old Chen at the Hilltop Mansion, Villa 1. Retired big shot, connections everywhere. His place, total overkill. 2 trucks full of solar panels and batteries rolled in. Hired a whole crew to cover his south-facing roof and yard with him. I stopped the foreman to ask what the hell was going on. The complex has strict rules, no major exterior changes. The guy handed me a cigarette with a grin, said old Chen wanted some green energy, low-carbon lifestyle thing. We're just here to make a buck. I stared at those panels glowing blue in the sun, and that uneasy feeling in my gut kept getting stronger. Green energy? Low-carbon living? Yeah, right. These people at the top of the pyramid don't mess around. This wasn't a coincidence. I went back to my security dorm, tossing and turning all night. Old Wang was right. I'm just a broke security guard. And because I'm broke, I can't afford to lose. For those rich folks, even if nothing happens, stockpiling is just pocket change for a fun experience. But what if something actually goes down? I grabbed my phone and started digging through recent news. Domestic stuff looked calm, but overseas? Different story. First, North America got slammed by a once-in-a-millennium cold snap. Blizzards everywhere, power grids down. Then Europe's weather agencies issued unprecedented low-temperature warnings. Buried in obscure science forums, people were talking about abnormal solar activity and weakening magnetic fields. Even sensational tabloid headlines popping up. But all of it was scattered, drowned out by entertainment news and ads. Nobody was paying attention. Until a week later, our coastal southern city, where we should have been in t-shirts, suddenly dropped to 10 degrees Celsius. The forecast blamed a strong cold front. But everyone knew something was off. It was this bone-chilling cold, like it was sucking the warmth straight out of your marrow. That morning, I was on patrol near old Chen's villa and overheard him on the phone. He sounded worked up, voice low, but a few words stabbed into my brain like needles. The intel's confirmed. Geomagnetic shift. Solar storm lasting at least 3 years. Get ready. It's every man for himself now. My blood ran cold in that instant. I'm no scientist. I didn't get all the jargon. But I understood that last line perfectly. Every man for himself. A massive, insane thought took shape in my head. The apocalypse is coming. A global deep freeze kind of apocalypse. And these rich people already knew. Through their channels. They're quietly building their own arcs. Meanwhile, the rest of us, still in the dark, about to get swallowed by the wave. I stood there frozen, hands and feet ice cold. Should I run? Where the hell would I even go? Report it? They'd probably lock me up as a lunatic. My only edge was knowing a tiny sliver of the truth before everyone else. I had to save myself. First thought, quit and head home. But that idea lasted about 3 seconds before I killed it. My family's in a northern village, old brick house, drafty as hell. Once the power and heat go out, that place becomes the first circle of frozen hell. I needed a safe shelter, somewhere warm with power and water. But where's a guy making $3,500 a month gonna find that? My crappy rental? Forget surviving the freeze. The space heater trips the breaker in winter. Despair crept over me like icy water filling my lungs. I drove the patrol cart aimlessly through the complex, scanning the palace-like mansions. Then my eyes landed on Villa 8, Villa 8, the most remote spot in the whole cloud top estate. The only one that never sold after being built. The developer kept it as a showroom, so the finishes and materials are top tier, double-pane insulated glass, underfloor heating throughout, thick insulation in the walls. Most importantly, to push that eco-friendly home concept, the developer installed a small solar power system, plus a water storage and filtration setup. Sure, it's not as hardcore as old Chen's setup at Villa 1, but it's more than enough to keep one person alive with basic power and water. A wild, audacious plan sprouted in my mind like a seed growing roots. I'm moving in. I'm turning Villa 8 into my doomsday bunker. Once I decided, I moved fast. Step 1. I opened my phone and maxed out every lending option. Credit cards, online loans, anything with my name on it. I threw my credit score on the table like chips in a last-ditch bet. All in. In 3 days, I racked up $150K on credit cards and borrowed another $200K in loans. Staring at that $350,000 on my phone screen, I felt zero joy. Just my heart pounding like crazy. There was no going back. Step 2. Stockpile. I didn't chase brands or variety like Mr. Lee and them. My rule, high value, high calories, easy to store. First stop, a bulk grain and oil market. Bought over 200 cases of rice, flour, and cooking oil. The owner looked at me like I was insane. I paid without flinching, had them delivered to my rental in batches, then hauled everything myself in a tricycle to the back garden tool shed at Villa 8. Next, I hit the farmer's market, hitting up every meat stall I could find and buying whatever they had. I rendered the fat into lard, packed it in sealed jars. The crispy bits left over, tossed with salt and chili powder, perfect for rice and pure energy. Also grabbed tons of potatoes, sweet potatoes.